Hello and thank you for joining us. This is the news on NT International. I am Charles Alpha Taiwo. Who's on my is the sign language interpreter. But first, let's bring you some of our top stories. Nigerian Navy rescues 20 crew members from burning Gabonese vessels as Nigerian Air Force C-130 aircraft lands safely in Banjul, the Gambia. U.S. expand visa restrictions, sparking reactions from affected countries. And Nigerian First Lady Oluremi Tinubu canvasses unity and strength in communities. As part of its ongoing commitment to ensuring safety in the maritime environment, the Nigerian Navy successfully rescued crew members from a Gabonese ship that was engulfed in flames while en route to Nigeria. The naval team rescued 20 crew members, several personal belongings and corpses. But the captain of the vessel was reported missing at the time of this report.
Stress call from the vessel regarding a fire incident on board. Immediately, the base deployed its gunboats and vectored Nigerian Navy ship Ose to the area to deliver or render necessary assistance. On getting to the area of incident, the Navy ship was able to rescue 20 of the crew. Unfortunately, one of them jumped overboard before the Navy ship got there, and efforts are ongoing currently to locate him. A search party has been deployed to search the area, and hopefully in no time we'll rescue him. The distress call around 1 p.m., that's 1300, and before 1330, that's 30 minutes, 25 minutes or thereabouts, we are able to mobilize to the scene.
On emotional account, the assistant captain Cameroonian Nsoli Jean Blaise recounted the harrowing ordeal they faced and expressed gratitude for the prompt intervention.
We departed Gabon, Libreville, Portsmouth to Calabar. We departed from Portsmouth on Saturday, 8 p.m. So on our way navigating, when we arrived at Abane Batch, inside the channel, so I was on duty with my master. They just called our attention to tell us that there's a smoke for the down second class coming from engine exhaust. So immediately we organized some fire fighting movement. Then at the end we see that no, the thing is improving. It's like that. All of us we gather, then we go to the muster point to rescue ourselves. We thank God the Navy gunboat was around.
The Nigerian Air Force had confirmed that its C-130 aircraft, which earlier made a precautionary landing during a ferry flight, has successfully continued its journey and landed safely in Banjul, the Gambia. This is after transiting Accra in line with an updated flight plan, routing through Casablanca to Portugal for scheduled depot maintenance. A statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ehime Ejodame, indicates that the ferry flights for aircraft programmed for maintenance are required to operate through designated airfields with movements appropriately spaced in accordance with established aviation safety procedures. All personnel are safe and the aircraft remains serviceable. The Nigerian Air Force appreciates the host authorities in Ghana, the Gambia and other countries overflown for the kind support extended to the crew, and also acknowledges the concern and goodwill expressed by Nigerians. The service reassures the public of its unwavering commitment to the highest standards of safety and professionalism in all operations. And the United States Department of State has announced the suspension of visa issuance to nationals of 19 countries due to heightened security concerns. Adobe Obeshina brings us details.
The measure, which take effect from January 1st, has Angola, Antigua, Barbuda, Benin, Burundi, Cote d'Ivoire, Cuba, Dominica, Gabon, the Gambia, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Togo, Tonga, Venezuela, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Is aimed at addressing deficiencies in screening, vetting, and information sharing. The decision also cites factors such as high visa overstay rates and other national security consideration. No previously issued visa will be revoked under this proclamation. Meanwhile, the Republic of Niger has announced a reciprocal, total and complete ban on issuing visas to all United States citizens, along with an indefinite prohibition on the entry of U.S. nationals into the country. This decision is explicitly framed as a reciprocal and sovereign response to recent U.S. actions. It comes shortly after the U.S. government, under President Donald Trump, expanded its travel restriction on December 16, 2025, placing Niger on the list of countries subject to a full travel ban. This U.S. policy fully suspends entry for Nigerian nationals as immigrants or non-immigrants, citing factors like high visa overstay rates, security concerns including terrorist activities and kidnap risk. Niger ban apply across all travel categories, including diplomatic, business, humanitarian and tourist visits, and takes effect immediately with no specific timeline for a review or lifting. This marks significant escalation in already strained U.S.-Niger relations, which has deteriorated since 2023 coup in Niger. Adobe Obechina, NTA News.
Adobe is also reporting that as fighting intensifies in Sudan, United Nations is deepening fears of a worsening humanitarian crisis and renewed atrocities.
Government sources says Idris is expected to meet UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres and other senior officials to discuss humanitarian access and prospects for a ceasefire. The visit comes amid escalating clashes between Sudan Army and the Rapid Support Forces in southern Kordofan, following reports of mass killings, rape and abduction after the RSF captured Army's last stronghold in western Darfur. An advisor to the Prime Minister said discussion would focus on easing the delivery of aid and reaffirm the government's roadmap to the UN, including a conditional ceasefire tied to RSF withdrawal from occupied areas.
Let this council be remembered not as a witness to collapse, but as a partner in recovery. I am here today, distinguished members of the Security Council, therefore, to seek your undivided attention and full support.
The UN has said it is preparing talks with both sides, while regional and international mediation efforts continue despite lingering disagreements among the parties. As violence persists and diplomatic efforts face setbacks, Idris' UN visit is seen as a renewed push to halt the fighting and prevent Sudan's humanitarian emergency from deteriorating further. Adobe Obechina, NTA News.
Now back in Nigeria, several kidnappers and bandits have been tracked, arrested and prosecuted by security agencies in the year under review. The National Coordinator, National Counterterrorism Center Office of the National Security Advisor, Major General Adamu Garba, stated this during an interactive session with journalists in Abuja.
We have arrested a lot of people based on payment of ransom. We have been able to track those who are involved in it, and we even prosecuted them in court. You must have heard that Nigeria got off the grey list of the Financial Action Task Force. These were part of the requirements.
Musa reports that collaboration with the public, financial operators and the media is critical to sustain gains recorded in the fight against banditry and kidnapping.
Another problem we're having is all these POS operators and so on. You see that transfer has been made by a terrorist, by a victim to a terrorist. He will provide account number. You find that it's a POS operator. The people, kidnappers will give a POS operator's number. You transfer the money to the POS operator. Then they will go and pick up the money for the POS operators. So we are working on it. We are doing our best and we will not relent.
And still on security, in a move to strengthen administrative records and reduce bureaucratic bottlenecks, the Ministry of Defense has launched its enterprise content management Go Live project. The initiative is designed to transform record keeping, overflow processes and service delivery across the ministry. And defense correspondent again, Ismail Musa, witnessed the launch and now reports.
For decades, paper files defined government operations. However, with advancement in digital storage platforms, the shift from bulky manual records to smart and secure digital systems have become imperative, aimed at improving efficiency and transparency within the nation's defense administration.
Today's launch is about security.
At the launch of the initiative, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation described the project as a major milestone in public service reform.
From this moment onward, all official correspondence, records, and workflows should henceforth be routed through the ECMS email of this ministry.
Transitioning to a paperless system means, one, accelerated decision-making. Approvals that once took days will now take minutes. Information security, digital files are easier to encrypt and protect than physical folders, ensuring that our sensitive communication remains secure.
The One Government Cloud ECMS is not just a technology deployment. It's a sovereign solution designed to centralize content, enhance document security, and empower staff with tools required to perform their duties effectively.
Beyond enhancing operational efficiency, the project also supports national security by ensuring sensitive information are secured from unauthorized access and retrievable when required for decision-making and strategic operations. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has officially released the 2025 Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard for ministries, departments and agencies. The findings shows that out of 330 and 44 MDAs assessed, none achieved full compliance. Only 13.95% demonstrated substantial compliance, 38.37% recorded partial compliance, while almost 50% showed poor compliance, while only 3.64% were non-responsive and classified as high-risk MDAs. The findings indicate that certain improvements have been made, particularly in financial management, but several MDAs still lack the basic systems, structures and capacities required to effectively prevent corruption.
And we continue to deploy appropriate corrective and enforcement measures while engaging all MDAs to strengthen transparency, ethical conduct, and accountability in support of sustainable national development.
You're still watching the news on NTA International. We'll be back with more report. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Nigerians must embrace their diversity and live in peace with one another, inspired by the fact that true nation building is only possible where peace and harmony prevail. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu stated this in Kaduna, where she flagged off distribution of food items to the Christian Northern Nigerian Political Forum. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports that the event highlighted the changing tide of renewed peace in northern Nigeria.
Joy and a renewed sense of inclusion characterized the mood at the Umaru Yaradua Hall, Muritala Mohammed Square, Kaduna, where members of the Christians Northern Nigeria Political Forum, joined by some state governors from the zone, converged for the third annual distribution of food items organized by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Political and Other Matters ahead of the Yuletide season. Flagging of the distribution of 48,000 bags of 25 kilogram rice with the donation of an additional 100 million naira to the forum. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says the gesture is in appreciation of its support to government by pushing the frontiers of peace and development in the region.
This intervention reflects a deep understanding of the needs of our people, especially at a time when many families are making preparations to celebrate the season of love, joy, and hope. The renewed hope agenda of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR is anchored on inclusion, compassion, and opportunity, ensuring that all Nigerians, irrespective of their status, are supported to thrive and achieve their full potential.
As a time of celebration, the Yuletide season, the First Lady notes, also offers a unique opportunity for Nigerians to reflect and strengthen their bond.
So it is very, very crucial for Nigeria to be in unity. And I can assure Nigerians that whatever it is that is happening, whatever the narrative is around the world, it is for the good of this country. Our stars are doing well. They should come and assist us. We need them, and I'm available if they want me to partner with them. So I'm saying this publicly.
It is an act that goes beyond charity. It is a measure of care, dignity, and solidarity with families during a season that calls for love and shared humanity.
You have demonstrated inclusiveness. You have demonstrated what leadership is all about. I am not surprised that the Christians are calling you the Esther of this government.
The program provided a measure of the changing tide of renewed peace in northern Nigeria, particularly in Kaduna State.
We may share separate rooms by faith, but it's just one God, and it is very important. And this is what keeps all of us together, the unity of purpose, the unity for love.
What you've done, this bringing of people together, that brought peace in Kaduna State, such a way that those bloodletting that we used to see on TV every day, our heart used to go to these people who are killed every day.
I'm deeply honored to present.
The forum acknowledged the contributions of Kaduna State Governor Ubasani to renewed peace in the region with an award. From Kaduna, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
Now, stakeholders have been challenged to collaborate by performing their respective defined and active roles with proper coordination, trust and accountability to ensuring the success of the Cross River State Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone program. This was at a one-day sensitization of stakeholders towards the success of the program in the state. Paul Ebel tells us more.
The Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones, SAPZ, is an initiative of the federal government of Nigeria, supported by the African Development Bank and others, with the development objective to support inclusive and sustainable agro-industrial development aimed at diversifying Nigeria's economy through agriculture and the reduction of food import bill, with focus on value chains including cocoa, rice and cassava in Cross River State. Therefore, these stakeholders, including all Farmers Association of Nigeria, regulatory, security and law enforcement agencies, business and investment organizations, financial risk and sharing institutions, the media, among others, are participating at this sensitization for the success of the program.
The federal government has seen a lot. That is why we have major highways from targeting Calabar.
Taking sports across the hub to be able to establish themselves and add value to farm produce to the extent that they can be exported.
The youth are very key. We are looking at 60% as regards beneficiaries for youth. Then for the women and the men, the project says 50-50.
His Excellency has provided, a very wonderful platform for cocoa farmers in terms of production and in terms of processing.
And it's only natural that Kosovarians wake up from their slumber and take advantage of this opportunity.
There was also an interactive session as participants were given the opportunity to clear their doubts. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Corps Marshal Federal Safety Corps Sheikh Mohammed has called on motorists to remain patient and adhere to safety rules on the highways, such is the major step towards reaching their destination safely. He said this on a special patrol on the Abuja-Lokoja highway, which is now cleared and free for movement when compared to the situation over the weekend. Oyemi Ajayi reports.
Vehicular activities are beginning to be seen on the highways, as many are already traveling across the country to visit their loved ones. An obvious instance is the Abuja-Lokoja highway, which over the weekend was faced with serious gridlock, with travelers spending hours on the roads. To confront this pressing challenge, the Commercial Federal Safety Corps directed commanding officers to increase personnel on that route to ease the traffic. Joining the special operation on that route is the Corps Marshal himself to ensure hitch-free movement. The road had become seamless as motorists drive freely along the way without any hindrance.
The increase in traffic because of the movement for the festivity led to the road being, congested and in grid. An obstruction by broken down trucks, but we were able to, with the prompt attention and deployment of personnel, we were able to remove those trucks. And that's why you can see, even though the road is still busy, but at least the traffic is flowing slowly.
The Banda-Lokoja roads experienced a brief gridlock due to the collision of two heavy-duty vehicles, which officers of the Corps and that of the Nigerian police hastily cleared off. The Corps Marshal warned motorists to remain patient and adhere strictly to all road safety rules in order to arrive safely to their different destinations. Oyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
The leadership of the Nigerian Correctional Service is restating expectations on discipline, accountability and ethical conduct. Victor Azu reports that the Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Nwakuche, is reminding personnel that ongoing reforms demand higher responsibility and high standards.
Ongoing correctional reforms come with clear expectations. Addressing senior officers in Abuja, the Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Nwakuche, reminds them that higher rank brings higher standards in leadership, judgment, and conduct. He makes it clear that while diligence is rewarded, misconduct will attract consequences.
This administration has zero tolerance for acts of indiscipline, particularly trafficking, compromise, or any form of unwholesome association with inmates. While we promote good work, we will also discipline bad work.
That position is echoed by the Ministry of Interior and sister services. Speaking on behalf of the Minister, the Secretary of the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board, Abdul Malik Jibril, alongside the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, says advancement in service is a call to deeper responsibility, demanding accountability, restraint and professionalism.
It is intended to reflect in the way you discharge your duties in your custodial and non-custodial facilities. You have to be more steadfast. You have to be more dedicated. You have to be more prepared.
22 officers now assume higher responsibilities, roles the service says will test not just competence, but commitment to discipline and reform. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
The Action Democratic Party, ADP, has recommended a total restructuring of the nation's economic and security architecture anchored on accountability, security reforms, a production-driven economy, disciplined public finance, reliable power supply, and measurement-driven oil governance. National chairman of the party made this known while briefing newsmen on the state of the nation in Abuja.
Nigeria must urgently revamp and modernize the Waste and Measure Department, restore its unrestricted statutory access, deploy real-time digital metering across the value chain, and enforce independence verification and calibration. Nigeria's insecurity is not a manpower problem.
Sani says the president has all it takes to restore public trust, given his experience, Nigeria's abundant resources, and the country's strategic position in the Committee of Nations. He expressed confidence that these strengths can be harnessed to address insecurity and strengthen metering and measurement integrity in the oil and gas sector.
We have no business with poverty. And I know Bola, I know our president has the same experience. He can turn this place around within, please second. Systems to work, block leakages, discipline or bring people to face justice, those who are found wanting. So that's what ADP alternative is going to be.
And this is where we end the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha. Taiwo Zoma has been our sign language interpreter. Thank you for watching.